Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Donnie takes Vicky Christmas shopping. When Robbie questions why his brother was talking to Vicky earlier, Freddie lies that he was sticking up for him, condemning her for how she treats him. Robbie confides in his brother that he fears there might be someone else. When talking about marriage, it becomes clear there is trouble in paradise for Freddie and Grace. Robbie tells Freddie he knows he'll always have his back. The quiet hum of Hollyoaks village was deceptive, masking the storm brewing beneath its surface. Grace Black sat in the loft, the club's neon lights casting a cold glow over her, as she swirled a glass of whiskey in her hand. Her jaw clenched, her mind racing. She'd heard whispers, and she wasn't one to ignore whispers. Freddie Roscoe was up to something, and Grace intended to find out what. It started with a lingering glance, a too-casual conversation overheard between Freddie and someone in the village square. The way Mercedes McQueen had smiled at him, with a glint in her eye that wasn't just friendly. Grace knew betrayal when she saw it, and she wasn't about to let it slide. Freddie wasn't just an old flame, he was her weakness, and she hated herself for it. A fateful decision. Determined to uncover the truth, Grace slipped into investigator mode. She had learned long ago that power wasn't just about brute force. It was about knowing everything before anyone else did. Freddie thought he could play her? He had no idea who he was dealing with. She made her first move the next morning, enlisting Felix Westwood. Felix owed her a favor, and Grace never forgot debts. Meeting him in a dim corner of the dog, she slid into the seat across from him, her voice low but commanding. "Felix, I need eyes on Freddie," she said without preamble. Felix raised an eyebrow, intrigued. "Freddie? What's he done now?" Grace leaned in, her eyes glittering with determination. "He's hiding something, and I want to know what." Felix smirked, knowing better than to argue with Grace. "Consider it done." The first clue. It didn't take long for Felix to deliver. That evening, he slipped Grace a manila envelope containing photos of Freddie and Mercedes meeting behind the dog. In one, Freddie's hand lingered on Mercedes' arm, and in another, they stood far too close, laughter dancing in their eyes. Grace's heart sank, but she masked the pain with fury. So it was true. Freddie had betrayed her, and with Mercedes McQueen of all people. But Grace wasn't about to fall apart. No, she was going to make them regret underestimating her. Confrontation or subtle sabotage. Instead of confronting Freddie immediately, Grace decided to play the long game. She was a master of manipulation, and if Freddie wanted to play dirty, she would show him how it was really done. She started by planting seeds of doubt. At the Christmas market, she casually approached Mercedes, her tone sweet, but her words laced with poison. "Mercedes, darling," Grace purred, "you and Freddie seem close lately." Mercedes smirked, unfazed. "What can I say? Some people just can't resist me." Grace chuckled, masking her seething anger. "Well, enjoy it while it lasts. Men like Freddie, they don't stick around. Trust me, I'd know." Mercedes' expression flickered for a moment, doubt creeping in, but she quickly masked it with her usual bravado. Still, Grace saw the crack, and that was all she needed. A twisted game. Over the next few days, Grace made subtle moves to unravel Freddie and Mercedes' budding romance. She orchestrated a series of coincidences, ensuring Freddie was always late to meet Mercedes or caught up in mysterious errands. She even had Felix drop hints that Freddie might be seeing someone else on the side. It wasn't long before Mercedes started to question everything. One evening, she cornered Freddie outside the dog, her eyes blazing. "Are you playing me?" she demanded. Freddie frowned, genuinely confused. "What are you talking about?" Mercedes crossed her arms, her voice dripping with suspicion. "You've been acting shady, Freddie. I'm not stupid. Who else are you seeing?" Freddie was taken aback. "There's no one else, Mercedes. You're the only one." But the damage was done. The seed of doubt had been planted, and it was growing fast. Grace's triumph. Feeling victorious, Grace decided it was time to confront Freddie herself. She invited him to the loft under the pretense of discussing business. When he arrived, she was waiting for him, leaning casually against the bar, with a smile that didn't reach her eyes. "Freddie," she said smoothly, "we need to talk." Freddie sensed the tension immediately. "What's going on, Grace?" She stepped closer, her smile turning cold. "I know about you and Mercedes." Freddie's face fell, guilt flashing across his features. "It's not what you think." "Oh, spare me," Grace snapped, her voice like ice. "You think I care about the details? What hurts is that you thought I wouldn't find out. You really thought you could sneak around behind my back." Freddie tried to explain, but Grace cut him off. "You betrayed me, Freddie, and I don't forgive betrayal." There was a long, heavy silence before Freddie finally spoke. "I never wanted to hurt you, Grace." Grace laughed bitterly. "Well, congratulations, you did." The final blow. But Grace wasn't done. She had one more card to play. "You know, Freddie," she said, her voice softening, "I could ruin you. I could ruin both of you. But I'm not going to." Freddie looked at her warily. "Why not?" "Because I want you to live with the consequences," she said, her eyes glittering with malice. "I want you to watch as everything falls apart. And when it does, remember, you chose this." With that, she turned and walked away, leaving Freddie standing alone, the weight of his choices crashing down on him. Conclusion. Grace had uncovered Freddie's betrayal, but instead of destroying him outright, she chose a far more satisfying path, letting him destroy himself. As Christmas lights twinkled in the background, Grace's heart remained as cold as ever. But she didn't need warmth, she had her power, and that was enough. For now. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Hollyoaks Update YouTube channel for more update news.